Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the Lavender Overhang, where in the last episode we worked on this area up here, which was to expand our beaver happiness, and it has done the trick. We were up to 62 at one point, but we are suffering a little bit now from an influx of injury, and so we need to work on that today. We also have a few other things that we're working on getting added in, like we need more contemplation points, we need more campfires, we need more scarecrows, more roofs, and more lanterns. The only thing we don't have for our awe category with the addition of the Fountain of Joy is now the Earth Recultivator, which that's going to be a couple episodes from now. So we will deal with that when we get to that point. We aren't quite at the beaver population point that I was looking for. We are at a total of 149 beavers, and we were looking to get to somewhere around 500. So that is a lot more than what we currently have. So we're going to have to build some more houses. We do look like we could use more beavers at the carousels and at the mud pits, more books, but all of that stuff is fairly high, where I think that if we get more beavers and have a little bit more free time, we could get that all back up to snuff. Now, at the end of the last episode, we realized that this had completely dried out, and therefore most of our stuff down here was dried out. So that was a bit of a problem, but we still had plenty of carrots, plenty of wheat, and lots of things in storage for our beavers to eat. So I think if we think about it, if we have a 30-day drought and we have 500 beavers, we're looking at needing about 45k worth of water stored up or pumpable, and we currently have 35k, almost 36k available in our storage areas. It's just a matter of getting those all completely full before the next period happens. So I'm not quite certain if we are going to need some more pumping ability. Maybe adding in another couple of large pumps over in here for when this is super full to help with that. Or if we just need to see if, now that we've got all of our storage built and all of our pumps running, if we get that taken care of. Part of the problem is it takes a minute for this to fill up to start shooting it down into here. So we might need to adjust this guy right here. So that we start getting the water at the bottom earlier. Because right now it's kind of sucking all the joy out of our area here. So I think this one actually needs to come up a little. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take that to 6.5 and see if that makes a difference and gets us water coming through here, because we are already into day one, although not that far into day one. I was working on a couple of things that I wanted to get built here and have that kind of running in the background after the last episode. So but today's task is going to be building some more houses and building a hospital, because we don't have enough medical beds to house all of our injured. So we have a lot of injured running around and not being helped. So I think what we're gonna do is, I'm trying to decide if I want it on this corner or if it would work on this corner. And I'm almost thinking we could expand this just by taking and moving this path straight down the center here that would give us a couple more blocks to input into a hospital. So let's go ahead and let's try and take that out without grabbing our impermeable floors, right? If we just take and move that over to this point. Very good, very nice. That gives us a considerable amount of space there to build a little hospital. We only need, let's see here, let's find our little hospital bed, right? So we could do we want to do it this way or do it this way? I'm thinking probably this way. Right, and then if we take and we path that and we go ahead and we whoosh. I didn't really want them all the way to there. Let's go to there. All right, and then we need a ladder. I'm gonna go ahead and put that along this back wall. And if we make it go to there, we'd be able to access it from both up in here in the actual housing tower itself. Now we are running right now with a dearth of planks again. What is going on here? Turn, please. Turn, please. No, that is not where I asked for that. It's getting a little laggy. Looking at it right here, we're getting a lot of lag because of how many beavers we have running around in here. It's dropped the FPS by a considerable amount. And then we need our medical beds again, not the contemplation points. Wait a second, I lost mine. I didn't put any platforms in the middle. Now we can do our medical beds. And we need a path. Nope, that is not the button I tried to click. And did we put a path on the one below? And then we should be able to get one more layer because we have medical beds all along here and along here, right? Then I think, let's see here. Oh, yeah, we can do one more layer. And then we will go ahead and we will put that in there as well. And then let's get our path in. That lines us up that we have the addition of quite a few medical beds there. We've got 6 each layer, so we've got 24 additional beds right there. Now let's go up one more. Can we? Oosh. Can we get a roof on there? That would be a really good spot for another roof. And then I'm looking at this and I almost feel the need to mimic it over here to make things even. All right, so we don't, let's see here. We would have to do something silly. Oh man, I wish I had just made that too wide then. Because this is gonna just be weird. All right, so the other option is, can we put something else up there? Or maybe we leave it off the center and we don't have a 3 though. We would have to do... They already started building those. Oops. Like that. I think that looks better. Kind of, sort of. All right. So in that time period, we got up to 27K water. So we definitely are going to need to look at expanding the water pumps. And looking right here, we could possibly get another one in there. We also could have gotten another one in here if we moved the farmhouses. But where would we put the farmhouses then? Let's take a peek here. I wonder, can we overhang the farmhouses? This is not what we were supposed to be working on today, but it might be a necessary thing if we want to get our beaver population up so much. We're gonna need to make sure we're hitting that top mark on our water storage in order to have enough water to get through a 30-dayer. A 30-dayer with the amount of beavers we have. So I'm wondering, okay, do we just move over our farmhouses and throw in another pump? We could try an overhang over top of the aquatic farm and make the farmhouses over there and open this up to another water pump. That's probably our best option. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That would get us 1. If we took those guys out, we could probably fit 2 more water pumps in there. Without a problem. That's probably our better option. And then that would mean, let's see here, if we put... Thinking out loud here, people. Thinking out loud here. All right, we did that, and then we put another ladder here. Swoop, swoop. Okay. Or I think they'll still be able to reach both sides of this with no problem. Can we? Yes, they can. Both of these farmhouses can reach that, no problem. Okay, so we're gonna let them build that, and then we'll move that, and then we'll deal with moving all of this and getting in the appropriate length platforms to expand that. We might have to do something funky here to make sure that we can get to the ladder. Oh, can we take that out? We might not be able to fit 2 in there. We might need to leave this, because if we take that out, then we have to revamp all of this up here. Okay, we'll think about that. Woo! Oh, whoa, thank you, game. Lots of flooding there. Woo! Lots of flooding. Wow, that was rather brutal. Up here, unfortunately, can we make this pump water only for a certain amount of time by using a timer? Pause at 0.5. Oh, it only goes by. Oh, it only goes by. I don't quite know how that works. Okay, I'll have to look that up and see if I can figure out a way to make that guy work. Well, it's unpaused, or it's paused right now. Okay, so the the hospital complex is done. Let's take a look. I would like to create a housing complex that kind of like is an addition to this whole area. So we've got all of this space to work with. It's just a matter of how do we want to lay it out. For 500 beavers, as I said before, I'm not good at math. We already have 150 beds. So we need 350 more beds. If we go with the large housing, that gives us 9. We need 39 more large houses, more triple lodges, in order to make that work. I don't even know how we'd build that many. Okay, and keep like the amenities and everything added into that. Unless we really start stacking it crazy. So I'm wondering, let's see here. I can't see through my GUI here. If we kind of create a continuation of the path right there. We want to be careful. We don't want to have like too many weird funky things going on. Let's pause quick. I don't want them to start building this until I've decided that I like it. So we will ixnay that for the moment. Ah, shoot. Oh, lordy. I got the impermeable floor. Oh. We gotta rebuild that now. Okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. We're fine. All right. so that guy's in our way for a 9. But we could put in a boosh like that. And then if we mimic that, okay. We're gonna run into a problem with height here too, I think, if we're not careful. Oh, I guess we still can make it. Okay. Not the prettiest thing on the face of the earth by any stretch of the imagination, but it would work. And we would have the ability, I think, to create some staircases instead of using all ladders. So if we did like straight off of this guy, like that. Oh, we're gonna run into that guy. Can't get up to we can't get to the door there. Maybe we need to make the like staircases come through the middle instead. Okay, so I need to be able to get I need to be able to get a stair. Then another platform, and then a stair. Yes. Okay. And then this needs to be a double, right? Because we need to be able to get all around there. Let's go down and put our path in. And you know what? I think we are going to go ahead and we are going to put that there. And then we will do the double here. Then we can go ahead and we can put in a couple of or not. Can't we put those underneath of tall platforms? No, they got to be on the top level. Okay. Then, and we can't, no, you know what? I want to try something else here first. If we do a similar thing here, are we gonna be able to do that? If we put a staircase here, and then platform all of this, then we will be able to get some fun stuff up here. So let's say we've got, all right, what's going on here? Why won't you let me, what is going on here? I'm not too, oh. I wasn't on the right layer. These don't change doors, right? No. Maybe we do. Oh, we're gonna run into the zip line there. So we kind of lose that end, which is sad. Then if we put a... Okay, we're gonna lose that. We put one of those up there. Then if we come in here with some of the other well-being items, we can do our... Let's see here. Is there a better way to do that? Oh, that one needs a triple platform or a double platform. Right. And then we need path. We need to be able to come from there along there. All right. So let's see here. Can we get away with contemplation points back here? No, but we can here. Can we do bushes? Can we do fences? Can we do anything underneath? No, it's too close. We could just move that whole entire thing up to here, and then it would make us have the ability to also put in a 3 long on this corner. All right, so let's boosh. It's gonna make some very unhappy beavers at the moment when we turn that back on. All right, so let's flip that to a there. And then let's see here. Can we? That's a 3. No, it goes right over. But if we did there. Is it necessary though? Okay, let's see here. If we just put a platform there, that takes that to that level. And then if we did a double here, that takes us to that level. And then that one, and then that all matches. Very good, very nice. Okay, so if we wanted to do a platform over that puppy, it would need to be on that level. Okay, but is it necessary? That is the whoopsies. That is the question. Do we need that there? What can we put there then that is going to change our outcome? And then I'm thinking we go ahead and we put our boosh like that. Okay, let's zoom out a little. Can we still connect? This one, add a connection to there. Yes, we can. There. Okay. Okay. Oops. That does seem to work. All right, we're back at the top of the map. So then that gives us 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 90 beavers in the large ones. And then another, what do these ones get? 6. Another 12. So 102 more beavers. And then we can carry on with our decorating and our decor stuff here. So if we can get in another rooftop terrace, then we can fit in another, can we fit a monument? Let's see if we can fit a monument. No, because it's still too high. But we can do, let's do some bushes. We're also going to do a bush over here and here. And then I think we'll do some benches, but I think we'll put fence behind them. All right, and then we can do maybe we just do one bench here and we put a lantern. What else are we missing? Let's take a peek. Scarecrow. That's not going to do us any good. He needs to be on grass. Campfires, rooftop terraces, contemplation points, agora, dance hall. We have 2 dance halls and they're not using either one of the dance halls. That is frustrating to me. You know what? I think we're going to leave that there. And then let's do just for grins and giggles, let's do some hammocks. And then we've got like a whole little well-being area up there. All right, let's make sure we have all of our paths in place. And then I'm going to make sure, let's hold on a second. Let's go back up. Let's pause this. Pause this. And pause, nope, not you. This. Then we need to, I'm gonna put this, and this on the highest priority for this whole little section, which is gonna be, need the middle section as well, isn't it? In order to just build that. So let's go down a layer so I don't accidentally click all of the stuff. And let's get all right, so all of that needs to be like head of the game so that we get that zip line back open. All right, very good, very nice. Let's go ahead and hit run and let the beavers get going on that. I don't think we have much in the way. Oh, these are built over here. Okay, so we can pause that one, pause this one. We need 1 to plant and 1 to harvest. Very good, very nice. There's nothing in these, so we can go ahead and get rid of them. All right, so then let's take a peek. We're gonna need to change out these platforms. At least one of them. So we need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And they go to... we can't go there. All right, so yeah, we can only fit one. But hey, we'll make it work. We need to take out... no, let's not do that one. Let's do this one. Boosh. Yes. Oh, please tell me it didn't. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Guess that's what I get for not saying, please do this. Pick up this stuff first. We'll have to wait for them to pick that all up. Okay. We have made it to 31K on water, so we are getting closer. So even when we've got the single going on, all right, we still have contamination along here, which ain't cool. I kind of would like to get rid of that. So can we... because there's still a little bit of bad water sitting here. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to... we've got that all blocked off, so I can't come into there and... okay, why won't it let me... I was just trying to put one there and it was just like saying nope, not happening. All right. We also need to start working on getting these guys changed over to the regular ones. Since we are not using the observatory because we have so much science, I think we are just going to start doing a backwards replacement here. And do a little section at a time. Yeah, it's gonna cut my power for a bit, but once we get those in, it will make a difference. We're starting to see an increase in the logs again, which is a good thing. We were really running at a pretty hard deficit again there for a little bit. Oh, this is all in. This is something I did off camera. I didn't think you guys were really all that interested in this, but I did steal a bit from the potato field here, since we seem to have no issue keeping up with that, to try and keep this corner hydrated. That will also help with the potatoes up here, and if we have a case of this drying out again, it should also help with that. So I'm not quite certain, why is he not replanting this one? Oh, it was a potato, that's why. Okay, and it must have just been out of reach. Okay, but we do need to set this guy. He needs to attach to a stream gauge. Then we are going to... we can pause during temperate season, because all of this gets hydrated through other means then. We can... I always forget which direction it is. It is... let's go look at another one so I do it right. I know I bet you all are going greater than, less than, Jess. But my dyslexic brain can't keep that in straight. Okay, pause when we got this one set at 7.4. And unpause when it is 0.26. Is this one set? Oh, that one we unplugged because it kept going off, didn't we? What about this one? Pause, unpause. Wait, this one's like set up differently than this one. Why? Why are you set up differently? What are you set up as? 0.3. Disabled during temperate. Okay, so 0.32, 0.1. It doesn't have to be that deep to hydrate. It just has to have enough water in there to hydrate. All right. So we are going to pause when it is it was somewhere in here, 0.3. We'll put it there. 0.37. And unpause when it was like 0.2. There we go. Okay. All right. Very good. Very nice. How are they coming over here? They got all the lower level houses done. Why are they saying they can't be reached? We didn't put any paths in. Okay. Go down one more. Where's that staircase? Up to there. Wait, did I do that really wrong? Are y'all shouting at me in the comments that I didn't actually make the staircase up to... I didn't make a staircase up to... Oh my god. Pause. I didn't make a staircase up to this door. I know, right? Okay, so let's take that out. Okay. That should get us connected. Then that'll carry up to the next one. Okay, so now we've got to fix the mess that I made here. I need is it going to be a 2 or a 3 there? A 3. There. Okay. And then it's a 1. Now we can put back the contemplation point. All right. That also means we need to get that one going now so that they can work on the rest of that. All right. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Very nice. All right. I also think we probably, let's see here, we kind of did like, you know, the bushes underneath of these guys, and I think we could do that on some of this end portion as well to give the beavers little like decorative things to look at on their levels. So let's come to the right level. We need to get rid of that piece of path, right? And it's, there we go. Now we also could just bring this path straight through there and connect it up to that, right? And then we'd have the option of making a cute little nature's overlook contemplation point area. Not really necessary, but it'll be decorative and cute. Let's do we want to put a bush there? Or do we want to put a statue there? Statue would give us a little bit of boost on the housing as well. Or we could just do a lamp post. Which shall it be? Let's do do we want to do another weather vane? I don't think I've ever looked at a weather vane. Let's do a statue. Okay, and then here we're gonna just do like a little bush there. Let's go up a level. That's part of the path. Can we fit a big bush in there? No. We can just fit a little bush. Let's do it this way. Go up another one. And none of this is necessary for the beavers to walk on. So we'll decorate that. That's already decorated. Okay, then let's come to this end and we can do, we'll do a bush there. We don't need this little path piece right here, so let's stick a bush in there. Well, not a bush, a hedge. All right. And there. Isn't that cute? Super cute. Super, super cute. Okay, let's get us running back again. And let's see if we can get some of this over here accomplished. That's a lot of houses that are all open. Oofda. I didn't mean for him to build all of those first. But hey, it works. We did get all of them on the path, right? Why do they all say they're not connected? Oh, just because of the staircase? Do we have planks? Yes, we have planks. We have logs. We should have that done in no time. And there it is. And now they all say, oh my God. No, that's too many houses to open at one time. I'm sorry. That's 20 beds that we have open. So we're not gonna let them do that. I'm sorry, beavers, but no. We'll let them fill the 20 beds and then we'll open the next batch so that we don't have quite so many all in one fell swoop that are filling up. Otherwise, we're going to have just like waves of births and deaths, and we don't want that. That would be not cool. I am going to, I think, just... We don't really need this guy, but I thought since we had pine trees here, and once we get this all going, we will at times have pine trees that are not getting cut, and will be okay because we did... Oh, shoot. I betcha I didn't undo... Darn it. Darn it, darn it. We want all of these for chestnuts. I'm sorry, for maples, because we're not getting enough maple syrup to make maple pastries. We're not getting a back stack of maple pastries. We're basically making enough for our beavers to eat, and that's pretty much it. So we need more maple syrup. So I thought I'd leave just a couple of the pines and then switch the rest of that to maples. I'm gonna go ahead. We have lots of builder beavers, and I'm gonna go ahead and pause this guy because you're no longer needed down there. I'm going to take off the cutting area that is down here. Very good, very nice. And let's get the maples planted. There we go. All right. Oh no, we got the next batch of houses are done. We've got 26 baby beavers. Oh no. That is so many baby beavers at one time. I've never had so many baby beavers at one time. That's crazy. Okay, so now that we got those, we still have a house that's not attached. Why is that? What is not? This is not connected to any. How can it not be connected when all of the ladders are in, and I mean the staircases are in? Oh, right there. One little path makes everything a mess. Okay, that's going. So now everything else can kind of be done at whatever game plan they want. All right, over here, let's get our what is those ones? We need 1, 2, 3. And it needs to go right here. Then we can throw in that other. Why not? Why not? Oh, because there's a path there. That's why not. Sometimes the UI gets so huge that you can't see around it, but other times it's like it's so small you can't see it. I know that just made like no sense at all, but see, like this UI is so large that I have to move it so that I can see it. All right, we are going to click this to basic. We are going to pause, unpause, and pause. We're at 30K. Estimated time to depletion 74 days. I didn't even pay attention to how long that drought was that we just had. So I'm not certain. That's empty already. I am not 100% certain what we had for a time frame there. All right, they got this other campfire in up here. Let's take a peek. We're at 56 for a well-being. It is the middle of the day, so like everyone is working, but they should be going on evening hours here soon, and then we should be able to see, like, does that pop up? 12 injured beavers. We still have a lot of injuries. How is our little hospital coming over here? It doesn't seem super full. I only see a couple of them with lights on. That one does. That one, oh, that one did. That one did too, but it's like already... All right, so we're to 168 beavers at the moment, or a possibility at the moment. We're gonna let the 27 we have grow up a little bit, and then we'll start opening these like one at a time and kind of scale that up a little bit better than we did there. Okay, so next little housing area, I think we probably want to extend the path along here, kind of like we did on the other side. Path, please, and bring that through there. And then we've got all of this space to deal with what we're going to build, which I'm not exactly certain what that's going to be. So if we did these ones instead, oops, wrong way, wrong button. Let's pause again. We could fit doubles in there. We could extend our path along here. Right? And then we could do another set on the other side. And these ones, we could actually just extend this platform here across. That would get us at that same level. And if we go down, we've got nothing underneath of, oopsies, of that guy. So we could like just put in, I don't know, do we want to do another contemplation point? I can't do a contemplation point. Why won't it let me put that there? Am I not on the right layer? Apparently not on the right layer. Can I get that bush in there? I would have thought you could, but maybe not. Why not? Oh, is it in the impermeable floor? Did I not have it clicked? No, I can put it on the impermeable floor. Why won't it let me stick one right? Oh, there's a path. That's why. You're an idiot. I did have a rather nice comment from a viewer who said she likes my thought process stream of consciousness that you guys get all the time when I'm playing, and I do appreciate that. That's part of the reason why I record like this, is so that you can understand why I'm doing things. Because I remember when I first started watching people play this game, I'm like, well, why did you do that? And they wouldn't explain it, they would just do it. And then I would be like, oh, well, that seems kind of weird, but I guess. And so I was always like questioning what they were doing. So that's part of the reason why I play this way. All right, so I'm thinking we've got this space here that has dirt. That could we fit in another campfire over here to help with that particular little bonus thing. Because we can kind of like tuck it underneath, like the entrance to it, underneath here, I think. Or do we want to just do it like that? I think tuck it underneath, and then we can do, if we do, we could do a staircase right here up to platforms there. And then I'm looking at this, and if we want to do a next tier, then we're going to need the ability to get up to that as well. And then I'm thinking, let's kind of cap out our little bush tree thing we've got going on here. We'll put a decor, we'll put a bush here, a bush here. That one should be a bush as well. Let's go ahead and connect up these paths like this. I know it is a waste of space, but it will look good. And connect to that. We once again have the option to put in a little bit of decoration here. Should we just do a bush there? Let's do a bush. Okay. And then, you know what? Actually, here we're gonna have to do a ladder, aren't we? Yes, let's do a ladder facing the building. So that we can get to the next layer. And then over here, let's get our little fence on. Very good, very nice. And then we'll be able to expand that up into more layers. Oh, we might not be able to do that, guy. We might need to turn that into a ladder as well. To expand up. All right, so let's get the beavers going again. And then I also want to look at this. This needs to be turned into a bush as well. Not that, this. Okay. Then we've got a little spot here that, what do we want to do with it? What can we do? Shall we just do that? And then we'd be able to just put in another platform right there and expand that over to there. Oh my gosh, they are working fast. Quick like a bunny. We're gonna have to watch them so that we don't end up with all of these houses open at one time. I mean, we could theoretically come in here, remove the stairs and connect it here so that they have to come up here to get to there. But I don't know that I like that. All right, then we've got a little space along this side, which I think we're just gonna do straight up decoration. We are going to put in, let's go for a lamp post right here. And then we are gonna do, of course, the bush thing. I think we'll do a can we center that though? That would be straight off of that guy, though. I don't really like that. Oh, we accidentally disconnected our path here, didn't we? Yes, we did. Which I'm not 100% certain if we need or not, but we'll put it back. Then let's come up and let's see, can we get some roofs on some of these things to help with that roof bonus? And then we need to complete this. What did we have that? We need a bush next. Okay. All right. So next up, we need to decide where we're going to put the earth repopulator. Is that what we have in here? Earth recultivator. The earth recultivator. Do we want to put it over in here somewhere over the housing district where it would really boost things? Although I think if we put it like in here, we pretty much cover 90% of the map. That's as far out as I can scroll. So if we were to get it up over top of the swimming pools and showers, that would definitely do it. We also could get it up top over here, over top of this housing over on this side without a problem. So where do you guys think we should put this? I'm kind of leaning towards right in here, mid-center of the map, so it looks kind of cool. But I want you to go down in the comments, because we are over time again for today, and tell me where you think the earth recultivator should go. Or should we bring it like over top of here and build it up super tall? We're gonna get to a point where we hit the top of the map, so we do have to be a little bit careful. We do have this land space over here we could use, or we could build up here and put it here over top of this area, which is kind of an eyesore at the moment. So go let me know. Over top of the swimming pools, over top of the housing, or over top of the bad water extraction mine area. Okay? So go down there, tell me that. And once again, I want to say thank you for watching this episode. I appreciate you being here and watching consistently. I know that a lot of you come back week after week to watch these episodes, and I really do appreciate that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.